Your subscription is much appreciated.
Hello beautiful people, Yasmin here. Welcome to Juliet Kitchen. Today you're in for a treat, not a recipe treat. What I thought I'd do with you is share how I do my shopping, which for now has been basically everything online. As you can see, I have a tremendous amount of fruits and vegetables here. So as we all know, COVID hit us all very hard early 2020. We're still going through the whole process of overcoming COVID. But you know, last year when COVID hit us, it was very, very difficult to find available windows to have groceries delivered to you. So of course, I used to end up at the grocery store, you mask up, etc. And it took me probably about a couple of hours because I had to shop for 3 to 4 weeks or 4 to 5 weeks at a time. So fast forward to 2021. Early in the year, I had just finished my grocery shopping for my 4 to 5 week period, and I realized I had forgotten to buy, I think it was baking powder I wanted to bake. I don't remember what it was. I think it was tres leches, and I refused to get masked up and all the whole thing that you had to do around sanitizing, etc. So I refused to go back to the grocery store. So I decided to look online, and I am a Prime holder, Prime subscription holder, and if you do Prime, I find that it's one of the best ways to shop for my groceries. So fast forward, I did the whole online purchasing my baking powder. Of course, I had to add a few more items. I think I had to buy like $35 worth of items for it to be delivered, and it worked out perfectly. They came on time, they had everything that I wanted, and actually one of the things that I was really excited about is I purchased milk. Milk always have a pretty long shelf life, and I try to buy the organic milk, so that made me happy. So in any event, I buy like basically everything, all of my fresh herbs like these cilantro. These are organic cilantro. My spring onions or green onions, whatever you call it. These come very, very fresh. My arugula you have to use, you know, relatively quickly, and I use them for salad. I do my baby organic kale, spinach. I use a lot. I use them for smoothies, so they used up within, you know, 5 to 7 days at most, and I think it works very well. The herbs that I get, I have here mint, tarragon. I'm a big lover of tarragon, oregano. I have these storage jars, which I had purchased. I think first I did it in Costco, and then I subsequently found some additional ones online at Amazon. These are a darling. A little bit of water. It tells you on the top what items you need to add water to the bottom of the storage container, and then some you don't need water. You just open the sides with the vent here. It has all the instructions on the top, and they last a very long time. So I store all of my herbs in these. I get my organic strawberries that I use. I like to get them fresh if I can. The blueberries, I clean these and I store them in the freezer. This way I know how long they're in the freezer. I don't like buying the frozen ones if I could avoid it. I also do my mangoes, which I love to put in smoothie. My husband also loves to snack on those. Cantaloupe, these go well in smoothies as well. Sometimes I just cut it and eat it. My mushrooms, these I basically take out and store in don't wash them. At least I don't wash them before I store them. I take them out of the plastic container and I put them in a brown paper bag. As a matter of fact, when my groceries get delivered, I have these brown bags that they come in, so I use these as a storage. So it works really well for mushrooms as well as potatoes. I store my potatoes in the brown bag and then I stick them in the cupboard where it's nice and dark, and they last quite a bit of time. The broccoli, the way I store these, they come fresh. These are organic broccoli I like to use. I can either store them in my canisters if I have any of the big ones available. If not, I put a little bit of cold water. I spray cold water. I run it under the sink on the cold water, and then I put it in the paper bag. It lasts for 5 to 7 days or so. If I have the containers, it actually lasts quite a bit more, and they stay relatively fresh. The other way that I store them, if I buy quite a lot, is I pre-cook them. I really undercook it, and then I freeze it, and then you take them out and reheat, and that allows it to cook more. So that's a great way that I store the broccoli for a second week. Tomatoes, the wild tomatoes I like to get. These are so delicious, but these also store in those canisters. You don't need any water, just put them in and you open the vent and they work well. Oranges, these are organic oranges. My husband loves to eat oranges, so I keep these in the fridge, and every morning I take out one that he can snack on. Since he's been working from home, he can come out and have a snack. What else do I have here? The fish, look at these salmon, they're absolutely fresh. I tried to get the organic salmon, but they didn't have any supply, so this is one of the things that they substitute. And this happens sometimes where they'll substitute, different items. This is my organic chicken. This I'm not using today, so I'll just end up freezing it and defrosting it in the refrigerator a few days ahead of when I need it. Apples, I love the honey crisp, I think it is. Apple, these are really delicious, and I store them in the refrigerator as well and take out a supply in the morning so that we can snack on it. Asparagus, we love to eat asparagus, so the way I store them is I have these, this is a flower pot I think that I have. I save these, and then I store the asparagus. You just have to really cut the bottom of it lightly, like you're storing flowers. Put it in water, and I change the water every couple of days, put fresh water if I don't use them up quickly. What else do I have here? My organic peppers. I like to use these in salads, so they work out well. My English cucumbers are my favorite. Limes or lemons I have here. These I basically store I store a supply of it on my counter, but if I purchase a lot and I'm not using all of it, I put it in the fridge, and then you want to take it out at least a day or two. You want to use it at room temperature so you could maximize getting all the lime juice. If you try to take it out from the fridge and use it right away, you get very little juice because it's not as soft, etc. I do use canned stuff like canned chickpeas or canned beans, but you can, purchase those online as well. I don't buy those as often, but these are the kind of things that I shop for, once every couple of weeks. Some things I may have to go back to purchase once a week, depending on what it is and how long they last. But it's really been working out very well for me. I use Amazon Prime Whole Food because I have the membership, and I find that the substitution there is less than what I experienced with my local grocery store. I did try my local grocery store a couple of times. What I did find is that there were too many substitution, and also two other things that happened with at least my local grocery store is that one time the order didn't show up, and I had to call them, and it's a third-party delivery, so there was a whole bunch of drama about that. And then the other thing is they limit you with the supplies. So I found, for example, I bought 2 pounds of turkey ground meat, and only 1 ground meat I was allowed to shop. So there's a lot more limit there. So if you do have a Prime and you have a Whole Foods near you, I think for me it works best. So I'll encourage you to try that. So basically you can get any fruits, vegetables online. You can do it at your grocery store. You can do it at, Whole Foods / Amazon, depending on what your preference is. But it's really been working out. And honestly, I don't know if I am going to be going back to the grocery store, at least not anytime soon. And I really free up my time to do other things around the house, etc. So it's been working out well.
Your subscription is much appreciated.
So until next time, I'll see you with the recipe. Happy shopping online.